let's give some props to the Jaguars. They beat the Texans finally. That's been the monkey on their back some years. And usually if they manage to beat Houston, they cruise pretty well the rest of the way. Just because that's kind of just a team that keeps beating them no matter how good one team is or bad one team is. Houston usually has their number, but they did a good job. Put up 37 points, played some solid defense, especially the run defense. Obviously, the strength of that team probably. Garrard continues to play turnover-free football, much like Garcia. That's a good clue to why both these teams are winning games. Texans, they got to find a running game. And I know they played Jacksonville, but Ahman Green, I don't think he has it anymore. He might be able to squeeze 1,000 yards out of this season, but what's 1,000 yards? That's like an average of 60-something a game. I'm not interested in that. I'm pretty sure in the first round they're going to go running back. Jacksonville has Indy, Monday night. Very good game. I'll watch it with interest. Jacksonville crushed Indianapolis last year at home, but Indy's coming off a bye, so I don't know. I'm taking Indy, but we'll see. That's going to be a good game. Vinny Testaverde comes out from his, I guess he was mowing his lawn last week. That barely gets any time to learn the players' names or the playbook. Comes out there, leads the Panthers to a 25-10 win. What a story, He's got the record for most consecutive seasons with a touchdown. I can dig it. Just pretty cool to watch an old man go out there and perform. He finding Steve Smith for 10 catches, 136 yards and a touchdown. Getting it done. Obviously, he gets help from the running game. D'Angelo Williams stepping his game up. I like what I see. Liked him coming out of college. Cooled off on him after last year, but he's looking good. I think it's time to bench Foster. Let's start D'Angelo. Special player. As for the Cardinals, Kurt Warner looks like he'll miss a game, maybe two. And Tim Rattay isn't going to be winning any games. So, as a football fan, it kind of sucks because I thought Warner was going to have a good comeback season. And he's always been one of my favorite Cinderella stories. So I wanted to see him do well. But, they're 3-3, we're 3-3. They got the tiebreaker, so we got to start making up some ground. Because I don't think Tim Rattay is going to be Washington next week. I'm pretty positive Washington's going to win that game. We need to pull ahead in the division because in the NFL, maybe we're not a great team. Maybe we're not even that good of a team, but if we can be the best team in the division, that's really all that matters. That's how football works sometimes. Beyond that, let's see, you got San Diego and Oakland. San Diego getting it together. LT, he looked up at the scoreboard or whatever, saw what Adrian Pearson was doing, and went, anything you can do, I can do better. And maybe he didn't do it better, but he was close. 198 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Just carrying the Chargers on his back like you saw last year. Really a special game by him. But I have to say, that interception by Rivers was flat out ugly. And I really have not been impressed with Rivers so far this year. ESPN has had articles about it. He's not playing well at all. Man, I'm getting fuzzy, aren't I? I don't know how to fix that. This thing is supposed to be on autofocus, goddammit. That was just an ugly throw. I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of Rivers. And the Raiders, I think they fought pretty valiantly. I don't know how good of a team they are right now. I think they're 2-3. And I don't know where they're headed. That defense obviously just got smoked. But it's worth noting, those linebackers have so many interceptions. You should, I think it's like 12 divided up between all of them because, wow, those linebackers, they're special. Nobody gives them much love. I love Kirk Morrison and Thomas Howard. Some real special players in Oakland if you look in the right places. And, of course, pretty much the game of the week in terms of hype. New England 48, Dallas 27. I think Dallas getting whooped is being overplayed a little bit because Dallas had the lead in the third quarter at one point, and then New England started piling on, and admittedly they won by 3 touchdowns, but Dallas made this a game, and I think some people are forgetting that. If you actually watched this game, you would have seen Dallas pretty much go toe-to-toe until near the end. Dallas killed themselves with penalties. I think they had one or two drops that were costly. Could not get consistent pressure on Brady. Obviously the Cowboys kind of got a little knocked back to reality. Maybe they're not ready to hang with the very best in the league yet, but I think some people are forgetting what the good things that the Cowboys did. Romo played well, pretty well, I would say, and they seem to fail to notice that Dallas was running the ball in New England really well at one point in the game. Barber and Jones were playing well, and they got away from the run. I think that really hurt them. But people seem to be forgetting that. Maybe that's a weakness on this New England team that you can attack. I don't know. We'll see. There's not a lot else to say. I'll probably talk more about this game in a second here. Let's see. And finally, you had the Monday night game, which I watched most of. Giants 31, Falcons 10. Man, Harrington got smacked up and down that field. He was just getting pressured from here, and bad job by that offensive line, I gotta say. And I feel bad for Harrington because he's not playing horribly. The running game, except for that one big carry by Jarius Norwood, which was a pretty cool play, could not get going. The receivers dropped like 8 or 9 balls. It was disgusting. Crumpler, Norwood, Robinson, Jenkins, White, just not holding on to that ball. And as for the Giants, they played some good defense, obviously. Their offense, Eli had a very good game. He had 2 stupid interceptions that kind of bring it all down. But he played well. Burris is the only player in the NFL, I believe, who scored at least 1 touchdown in every game. Not Randy Moss, not LaDainian Tomlinson, not Larry Johnson or Sean Alexander. It's Plexico Burris. So he's having a career year. Jacobs and Ward looking like a decent tandem. And, Toomer broke a Giants franchise record. I can't remember exactly what it was. But he's always been one of my favorite Giants players, so good for him. And that's really all I got to say about stuff that happened this week. So that's it for the basic week recap.